Welcome to this special episode of DevLand Diaries, dedicated to the rebels and parents of the misfits. I'm Michael Kessler, and today I'm going to call it like I see it. Pardon my drawl, but folks, the way we educate our kids ain't working worth a dime. You don't need a PhD to notice that half the kids in class look bored out of their minds. The truth is, our schools are about as modern as a flip phone in the era of AI. We've got students in 2025 still learning like it's 1955. No wonder nearly half of teachers say their students have checked out since 2019. Can you blame the kids? Hand a teenager a textbook, and it's liable to put them to sleep faster than a NyQuil. Meanwhile, what's big tech doing? Throwing shiny gadgets at our children and hoping we won't notice they aren't actually teaching them anything. Silicon Valley would rather build the next ad-filled app to keep your kids' eyeballs glued to a screen than build tools to train those eyeballs to invent something. They treat kids like consumers to be monetized, not creators to be nurtured. As my Papa Claire used to say, they're cutting down the tree for kindling instead of building a house with it. Big tech's making billions off games and social media that turn our kids into click zombies. But when it comes to education, they've been about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Let's talk about the kids who fall through the cracks, the misfits, the ones deemed problem children. I'm talking about the daydreamers, the doodlers, the kids who hack the school computers for fun or take apart the toaster because they're curious. What do we do with them? We slap labels on them, shuffle them into special classes, pump them full of try harder pep talks or medication, and pray they pass the state test. We've got 7 million kids in the US diagnosed with ADHD, and our answer is to tell them to sit still for 8 hours a day. That's like telling a bird not to fly. It's downright absurd. Now, I'm no saint and no typical scholar either. I was one of those kids. Teachers said I was disruptive. Bullies had other colorful names for me. Every report card basically said, Michael has potential, but you know the drill. The system all but gave up on me. If life were fair, I'd be flipping burgers with a head full of coulda been. But guess what? I got lucky. I found something that lit my fire, making deals. I had to learn it outside of school, almost in secret, like it was some kind of crime. Without a background in tech, I went and built a robotics company anyway. I became a disruptor precisely because I was disruptive. That's why I started DevLand Academy. Because for every one of me, there are 1,000 kids who won't get lucky, who will just get lost. And that burns me up inside. DevLand is my way of flipping the bird to a broken system. Instead of trying to force these square pegs into round holes, we built a whole new board. At DevLand, being a square peg is the best thing you can be. It means you've got edges, you've got shape, you can make something. We take the kids deemed distracted and let them dive deep into what does grab their attention. We turn the troublemakers into problem solvers. It's like educational judo. We use that rebellious energy to fuel creative learning. Look, the way I see it, DevLand flips the model. Traditional school says conform or fail. We say innovate or learn. The old system measures how quiet and neat you can be. We measure how curious and relentless you can be. Big tech and big textbooks had their chance to help these kids, and they didn't get it done. So we're doing it ourselves. We're serving the ones everybody else wrote off. I'll put it in plain English, our education system is about as stale as week-old bread, and big tech's as helpful as a cow on AstroTurf. But DevLand? DevLand is that fresh pot of coffee brewing in the morning. Wake up and smell it. It's a place where the kid who got an F in math can build a flying robot after class, where the gamer who's wasting time can turn that gaming into designing their own game levels and coding AI opponents. I'm tired of watching talent go to waste because it doesn't fit some antiquated mold. Every kid deserves a shot at finding their passion and becoming phenomenal at it. If the system won't give them that shot, by God, DevLand will. We're taking the very students everyone else gave up on and equipping them to run circles around the straight-A kids in a few years' time. Mark my words, today's classroom misfit could be tomorrow's tech legend, if we just give them a place to build, break, and rebuild. So yeah, maybe I am a little rebellious, raw, and a bit rowdy about this. Good, because this is an uphill fight, and polite ain't gonna cut it. To all the misfits and the parents of misfits listening, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. It's the system that's failed you, not the other way around. And to all the big shots in education and tech who let it get this bad, step aside. DevLand Academy is here, and we're dragging the education system kicking and screaming into the 21st century. In the immortal words of JFK, we choose to do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We're taking on a hard problem, and we're going to fix it one extraordinary kid at a time. Stay tuned, folks. The revolution in education has just begun.